Hi, and welcome to Sunday night at 8 p.m. live with Judy Kay. How are you this evening? Okay, as people are starting to roll in, I'm going to give them a few minutes because a lot of people try to come in at once, and sometimes it builds up a traffic jam. And I didn't know that until my husband John told me about it. He was trying to get on. Hi, Jen. Hi. Oh, wait a minute, I missed one. Hey, April. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mariah. Oh, it's going so fast. I think I said hi to Kay. Hi, Karen Ann. Let's see. Um, Remember, if I don't say your name, it's because the feed's so fast. I do look at it later. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Karen Schlachter. You know what? I wanted to bring something. I'm going to write a note for a minute. Hi, Diane. Oh, can I put here? Little chat. Okay. Oh, all right, April. Okay, April started. Hi, Maria. Okay. Now remember. Hey, Bruna. Hey, Jason. I'm so glad some of the people that are coming in that were in the meditation class the other week. They all did so good. They really did. I hope they are retaining it and keep using it. I do need for them to get back to me a little bit. They can ask me a couple questions about it. Absolutely, I'm always here. Hey, Juliet. Juliet. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Simone. If I don't see your mom on here, make sure you tell your mom and your dad I said hi. And John did too, I'm sure. Hi, Kate. Susan, how are you? Okay, so remember, if you want a card pull, you do have to request it by typing in card pull. Um, there was something that went past here as a question. I'll have to look at it later. Um, yeah, Juliet said, yeah, she goes, it is a granddaughter. Yes, I knew it was a little girl. And you know what? When you said something about the baby shower, which thank you so much. I mean, it's nice as the reader to be asked. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to really try to get there. I should be able to, pending some sort of weird catastrophe here, scheduling. But yeah, the funny part is I used to do it years ago, but now these what do they do with those ultrasounds? They're doing it before I can even get to the people sometimes, or before they see me. But it is nice. I know, yeah, it's nice to have a little granddaughter. All right, now about the card pull. You do have to be here for when the names are pulled. The names get pulled somewhere around 8:20, 8:25, somewhere around then. And at that point, you're allowed to ask a question. Remember, I am doing card pull, even though I'm a psychic medium. I've been doing the cards for over 50 years. So that, back when I was a teenager, they were a nice visual aid to hone my gifts back then. I always say, and I'm not trying to push anything that I have, but I haven't scheduled a new one, but it should be coming soon. I usually do it this time of the year. Um, I teach tarot, and I teach a very easy and quick learning method. And for those of you that have the tarot cards stuck away in a drawer and everything because you gave up, believe me, I can get you reading them. So you can always contact me. So that's it about the card pull. You do have to request it. If you've already won it in the past 3 weeks, no, you're not allowed to request it. All right, but you do have to be here. Okay, now grandkids are better than kids. Oh, Kate, I don't know. I think I'm only going to have grandpuppies. We have 3 Maltese here. It's the best I'm ever going to do with my side. But anyway, it's what it is. Um, yeah, mediumship class. They're asking. I am. The only other class I've had time to schedule is I did schedule, and this is only going out via email. So if you're not on my email list, and 5 spots are already taken in this class is going to be limited to probably 10 to 12 people at the top. So it's half full, you might as well say almost. All right, the meditation class is Monday, February the 15th. It is being taught via Zoom. Now, commenting here is not going to get you a spot in the class. You have to personally contact me call me or text me with your name, phone number, and email address. And somebody asked me last week to say my number slower. It's 856-725-3588. That's JUDYKAY. Oh, judyk.net. I'm sorry, judyk.net or 856-725-3588. Spirit started pulling me over to speak to somebody, but I try not to let them Spirit contact me while I'm doing this. All right, I'm just going to have to write something down later. The person that it's for will be contacting after the live. Nothing bad, don't anybody panic, but within 5 minutes after the live. So if this stops, it's been 5 minutes, you know it wasn't for you. Okay? So, tonight's subject, I'm going to come in here and see, the whole thing is the mediumship. It takes a dedication to learn. Now, some people, even if you're born with it, to a certain extent, we're all born with it with certain percentages. And that's fine, and we're all different. Can you learn to be better? Absolutely, you can learn to be better. And if anybody knows me, has taken the class, I'm right to the point. I'm direct. I don't fill it up with a lot of flowery words. I give it to you, and I do make you work for things. Like even the tarot class. After so many classes, you're reading each other. Even when the class is on Zoom, you're reading each other. And I'll say, go ahead, give it a shot, give it a shot. And that's what you have to be. You know, you have to be you have to be truthful. But you have to be accurate. But it's okay when you're learning not to be. I mean, you have to take chances. Sometimes people will say to me, oh, well, I get messages, but I'm going to feel silly if I say it. Well, there's been many times I felt silly, but I stuck with it because Spirit's never wrong. But maybe you're misunderstanding. In fact, I had a woman, I think it was a remote reading this past week. And what came up that I brought the subject matter up, and she was saying, well, another reader said that, but they thought that. And I said, I think it was a misinterpretation. So you have to learn how to interpret things. That's how you get your accuracy. All right, now, okay, here's one thing. Carmen on here, I think it's Carmen Truman. I think I got that right. I hope, Carmen, I did. Hi, everybody. And she's asked me last week, and I didn't have time. I said, well, give it to me in my life. If I have time, I'll do it. She constantly has dreams about looking into water. Now, she could be at a water park. She could be at an aquarium. Because I said, you know, you got to give me a little bit more on that. And basically, looking into water, from what I have found through many, many decades of doing this, has something to do with messages that, you know, she's not seeing something that she should be able to see. So basically it means to look into it deeper. Now, I can do, sometimes on here, I'll do little dream interpretations on subject matter. Jean, how are you? Now Jean on here has Times Magazine. She publishes, and she is Times Magazine. It's not Times, what is it? It's, write it on here. I got the name a little wrong. You know me with names. And anyway, it's a wonderful magazine, and I miss seeing her and her husband at the shows, and needless to say, I advertised in her magazine, and I just got my new copy. All right. Oh, hi, Natalie. Good to see you. Kellyanne. Okay, so anyway, so about dream interpretation. If you have a dream, say you have a dream and you want it interpreted because you can't figure it out. I do dream interpretation, but I'm absolutely not going to charge you the price for a reading. If you want an exact interpretation of your dream, I do it via email because I don't have to lock in on you. I just have to lock in on the dream. And I'm sort of locking in on you, not the same way for a reading because I'm not going to different things. You just email me, and it's very inexpensive. It's like, I think it's like $25, $30, something like that. It's a dream interpretation. Okay, so I'm not really speaking to your spirits. I'm interpreting your dream. That's all it is, and it's really nice and it's enjoyable. And I do. It's an email that gets exactly to direct, and it always hits home. Okay. Hi Laura. How are you? You know what's okay? Remember how Spirit drew my attention a few minutes ago? Well, Laura on here, and I met Laura working with New Jersey Paranormal a number of months ago. Still was pandemic time though. And here she and her husband live down here in South Jersey. And I really liked them, and we got along, and she started watching the lives, and we're doing everything. And what happened is I had to call somebody the other day, and this is a client that, you know, we're clients. Sometimes I wind up having my friends or clients because I've been reading for so long and everything. We wind up having a relationship too. But it's separate. Talking to just Judy is not talking to Judy Kate in her zone, as you probably can tell from the way I'm at the shows reading you and here. So what happened is I had her name in and I hit press and it switched everything, was nowhere near Laura's name, and my phone called Laura. No, 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 it messaged us. I said, I had text. Do you have a minute? I finally have a chance to talk. And she goes, that would be great. Here's my number. I thought, why did she give me the number? And here, that's what it was. It was. And there was a good reason I had to talk to her. So Spirit just jumps in when it wants to. Hi, Katerina. How are you, dear? Oh, good to see you on here. And Katerina's got one schedule. So I always tell her, I said, if you can't watch us, watch it afterwards. You got all week. You can watch it 2 weeks from now if you want. Okay. What? Hi, Judy. Sorry I can't join tonight. Watching New Jersey Devils game with my son. Oh, I thought you were doing something else with your sexy Russian husband. I thought, and you're putting it on here? Oh, okay, I'm bad. You just watch the Jersey Devils. In fact, my dad used to take me to go see the Jersey Devils back in I think the early 70s. I always like to do that. Hi, Beth. All right, so we did that. Tonight, oh, you know what? I wanted to do a little short topic before I really get on tonight's topic. It's about crystals, and I do work with crystals. I do healings with crystals. I do a crystal enhancement. Like say somebody has a gift and it kind of went to sleep and it's not working. Well, I rev them up, even for professional readers, I rev them up and clear out all the dust particles and everything so you get dusty, and it enhances it. Sometimes people have gifts and they're scared of them, so sometimes I'll do a session with them with crystals just to bring the gift down and tone it down so they're not bouncing off the walls. But I was talking, and y'all know Karen Schlachter on here. She's a good friend and a palm reader friend of mine. And Karen and I the other night, and I learned my lesson here, and I haven't had a chance to tell Karen. We're not having crystal chats at about 11 o'clock at night anymore. Because we had this, we're talking about certain crystals and enhancing in different ways of, taking them in a different, on a different path on how to teach people to work with them and things like that. And we were getting into some heavy crystals. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you one. If you've been in my office and you've seen the beautiful, very energized crystals I have, well, there's some crystals that haven't made it to the office and are in my home. And as you know, my office that I usually do the live, which was not really an office, it was a shambles, but I made the backdrop look nice. That's being redone. So tonight, again, I'm here with the Pharaoh Khufu. Remember, Khufu, it's the Great Pyramid of Giza. You know the pyramid you see with the three, the biggest one. That's his tomb. Yes, and he hangs around here in my kitchen. Well, his kitchen dining room. It's our table here. Now, so anyway, Karen and I are talking. And I'm sitting here on my dining room table, because I don't really have a kitchen table, I have a dining room. I said, you know what, Karen? I said, you haven't seen a certain crystal here. And this is about 11 o'clock at night. And I said, and John said, show her. Well, I'm known for my Herkimer diamonds. I'm also known for the beautiful blue kyanite I have. When I get crystals, they don't get shipped here, there, and wind up in these huge containers and shipped and poured out with no attention. I get them from basically when they almost get off the boat here, when they get delivered to the U.S. So they have, I have some special, a couple special dealers I work with, and everything's phenomenal. In fact, I'm still not going to tell you the major secret I have. I don't know why. Spirit tells me to hold off with that one. But anyway, look at this Herkimer diamond that I have. Now, look at that. Now, see this thing. It is charged so much. We're going to take that off. It has to get cleaned a little bit better. And you see all that? Isn't that piece phenomenal? This baby, I don't think is leaving my possession. It's staying with mommy. All right, look at that. I don't know. Oh, I can bring it closer. I told Karen she better be sitting down before I pulled it out to her. Isn't that phenomenal? I am known for my Herkimers, and as I said, my blue kyanite is drop dead, energized and gorgeous. Look at that. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because even though you walk away from the crystals, and now people, they'll set their crystals up by their beds and they'll go to bed. And they think it's going to enhance their gifts, it's going to do this and it's going to do that, which is true, okay? It's true, it'll do that. But we're human beings. What is one of, we need food, we need water, we need oxygen, and we need what? We need sleep. We need sleep. And Kate, I have them in my office. I do. If my office is by appointment, but I can always show you videos of what I have and recommend certain things. But the whole thing is, you do that, and what you do is you create a swirl. Well, that's really good, but you can't do that every single night, because what's going to happen, that vibration there will not let you get the good sleep. Now, are there crystals to allow you to get the good sleep? Yes, there are. There's great crystals for sleep. Now, you're saying, but shouldn't I enhance myself while I'm sleeping? Yes, you can, but what you need to do is pick what nights. Because I had a busy day, and 11 o'clock, I'm pulling this out. I'm doing it on FaceTime with Karen Schlachter on here, because she's a crystalholic like I am. Actually, she's worse than I am. But what happened was, I left the crystals here, and I went in the bedroom. Now, do I have crystals in my bedroom? I don't need crystals in my bedroom. The only time I'll do it is if John needs something physically or whatever, or I'm doing a crystal session or Egyptian healing session on him in the bedroom, then I'll bring some crystals in. But usually I do, because I need downtime. Well, guess what? Up all night. So not only do you have to watch what crystals you have in your bedroom, also watch talking about them, because what does it do? Speaking, remember, words are power. So when you speak to or about, what happens? It causes it. Remember that old saying, and it used to be back in the day, oh, somebody's walking on my grave. I just heard somebody talking about me, or things like that. If something happened, that means somebody's talking about it. See, what happens is it creates a thread. Now, if you know when I'm reading you, I'll say, wait a minute, give me this person's name you want to know anything about, or give me a town they live in. I just want a little something. Why do I want something? I want to create a thread that you can barely see, and I want to make it thicker. So can you create threads with your crystals? Absolutely. That's why you're so attached to your crystals. All right. I hope going forward, is there something where crystals do nothing for me? Oh, Patty, no, there's not. Here, and this happens to a number of people. Is there something wrong with me? Crystals do nothing for me. I've tried several and I get nothing. No, you just don't know how to turn your switch on. That's all. And don't be upset with yourself. Don't kick yourself about that. There's many people. You know, my mother-in-law didn't work with crystals, and she loved diamonds. She did. She worked very good with gold and diamonds. She loved her diamonds as jewelry. But you know, the whole thing. I mean, crystals are nice. Maybe sometimes it's not for you, or maybe not for you right now. But it'll get that way. Sometimes it's just like the meditation. Remember my meditation class? It's Meditation 101. For people that have trouble getting into a meditative state, and it doesn't matter what the purpose you're meditating for. It helps you get in meditation, out of meditation. Because if you're going to get into a meditation, you have to know how to shut it off, and nobody ever talks about that. But you get taught that in the class. But the same thing with crystals. You have to turn it on and turn it off. You know what, Patty, that might be a good idea. I know I keep saying I'm going to have these classes and I get busy. But you know what, and not that you have to take it, Patty. I'm just going to put in here. I'm going to put crystal energy activation, okay, to turn on your on switch. Oh, my pen's dying. Okay, turn on your... your on switch with crystals, because I have some people, they'll come into my office like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. Oh my God, I feel the energy in the room. Oh my gosh, if anybody says anything the most about walking into my office, first thing is, oh my God, I always wanted to meet you. I always wanted a reading from you. Or the other thing is, The energy in here, I can't believe it. This is so good. Some people, thank you, Bruna. I was so glad you could be in there. It really was nice. I enjoyed it so much. I'm still loving the energy from that. But people come into my office. They see all these beautiful crystals, but they can feel the energy to the room because what I do, I have it going. But it's all good energy. Believe me, there's no negative energy ever in my office. There never has been. Not one evil or bad energy's ever walked in the door. Never happened. Won't happen. When I say in the door, like the portal door. No. Even people that have like attachments and stuff, they've walked in. They can't stay. It dissipates while they're there, but before they leave, never to be seen again. So anyway, so that's energy. So that would be a nice class because I know some people's feelings are hurt from not being able to feel that. Okay. But that's it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but that it happens. You're not the only one, sweetheart. Okay. I never even got to tonight's subject yet. Let me get to that. Oh, and remember, readings, if you want readings, you do have to contact me privately. Don't put it in the comments, please, because you're commenting, so I don't know if sometimes people want things, and if you really want it, you'll contact me personally. I don't let people book online. It's not like you're going to go and, there's their calendar and go. No, I like to have a little bit of contact because I want you to know the right time that's going to fit for you and everything like that. And I just like to chat. So you can call me. You can text me, 856-728-3588. Wait a minute. Yeah, 856-725-3588. Or you can contact me through GDK.net. Remember, KZY. All right. Now, before we haven't even started the contact yet. Okay. Tonight we're going to talk about relationships. And we're going to talk about relationships with people in your life now. One thing I did want to bring up before I started this, and I do have little notes here that I do actually look down and read sometimes. Last week's live had a lot to do with salting your house. And when to use salts, how to use salts, when to sage, not to sage. Because I had a woman this week. I actually had 2 clients that were talking about salt. And I said, you know what? Instead of me taking the time in your reading to tell you this, go back and watch my live. It's the recipe. I'm trying to make sure that anything general that you should learn from me is available to you free when you're ready for it. And that's in there. So if anyone wants anything about salting a house to get the energy of the house up, remember, it doesn't have to do with dead people. It can be like if you're selling your house and no people are walking in, not liking it, not buying it, how to change the energy. Okay. Alita, how do you know if they have an attachment? I'm a psychic medium. I can see it right away. But I'm not one of those readers. You have to realize attachments are few and far between. Okay. A lot of times people come in and they'll say, I've had this bad run of luck. I feel like something's been put on me. Please check, make sure. Can you see if anything's on me? And actually, as I said, this is not common. Say out of 10 people, and out of the 10, it might take 8 months or a year for me to get 10 people to say that, maybe even more. I'd say maybe 3 are right, maybe 2 are right. So there's not that many attachments. But it tells you all that stuff in there. So, when you get a chance, I believe that was January the 17th. I know I'm wearing gray. So I always tell people to look for the clothes, okay? All right, so let's get into this tonight's thing. Now, it's about relationships and relationships in this lifetime. Now, I don't read and tell. You'll never know who it was or anything like that, but I did a reading in the past week, I think it was. And I'm locking in on this woman. And I said, there's a man and he keeps coming back. He keeps coming back to you. He keeps coming back because it is always not working out. And I see that there's issues between you two, but it's like he's coming back. He's coming back. And she goes, yeah. She goes, this guy just contacted me. We've been together like twice, but it never really worked out. And I said, you don't realize that This has to play out. Why? Anybody on here know why he keeps coming back? Let's see. Come on. No, I guess I'm not getting anything yet. Okay, so what it is, everybody always wants to know, where's my soulmate? You know, what are soulmates? Soulmates are your loved ones from past lives. Now, sometimes you have families that come back together. Sometimes the families are not in the same order. It was very strange that some people can be best friends, but one of them was the mother, one of them was the child, one of them was even a grandmother to somebody. So it changes how they interact where they are in this. But when you have, if you are a woman, now if you are a woman that is interested in men, or if you're a woman that's interested in other women, however, but I'm going to make it easy on myself, okay? And I'm going to say, all right, now, this would be a woman looking for a man. I have to give an exact scenario to tell you the facts about this. Well, what happens is you could have had 7 lives with this guy and you coming in together. And you always butt heads. Now, why would spirit bring you back together again? When you butt heads or it never really clicks where things are locking in really well. Why? What's the main reason I told you we're all here? To love and help one another. So if you have a relationship, even if it's a girlfriend, that, you know, you were good friends with, you went your different ways, you come back, you're friends for a little while and it goes away. Keep in contact periodically because there's a reason that soul's supposed to be in your life. You can get so much information and understand yourself better with past life regression and looking back at different case scenarios and figuring out why. Lesson learned, that's exactly. Missing my soulmate. Well, Beth, sometimes we don't get a soulmate in every single life. Sometimes soulmates come to you later in life. Sometimes soulmates come in and late. Why? Because one, they're in another relationship that had to play out first. They might not be in even this part of the country. You have to give, it's not only for you, it's where the soulmate is. All right? Now, everyone's seen John and I, and you see how well our relationship is and how we're puzzle pieces put together. I mean, we're definite soulmates. We've been soulmates through a number of lives. And there's a love deeper than you can imagine between us. And some people can't, it's like, wow. Well, it's a soulmate love. And there have been lives that John has left me early. And I know I wound up being an elderly woman without him because, you know, he passed. And it was very upsetting. So do you know how I fixed it? I kept sending energy and energy for him to stay. And he did stay. Now, you all know that John's on dialysis. I don't mean to bring it up a lot, but it's part of our life. It's a big part of our life. It's a huge part of our life. And one time he was hospitalized. 1 year he was hospitalized for 100 days almost in 1 year. And he was in there one day and I started losing him. I mean, he wasn't on death's door at the time, but I just saw him go back and he was just leaving. His soul was leaving and I started screaming at him. And I did get him to come back and a nurse was right there and she worked on him immediately. And even afterwards she goes, oh my God, I couldn't even do code. If I did code blue, he would have been gone. I mean, he was out. And I knew. And so I thought about this and I thought, with all the other things I can do, if I can do this, there's other gifts that I have. Okay, the gifts of manifestation. He's doing great. If anybody saw John 2 years ago, look at him now. Look how good he's doing. He's looking great. So he'll stay longer now. So you notice what happened. The reason I'm bringing that up is I fixed the situation. Remember how I said that the client that I was reading this week, the guy kept coming in, didn't work out, coming into her life, didn't work out, and he just came back into her life. It means you have to find out what the problem is and fix it. And once you fix the problem, it'll be fine. Whether they stay together or they don't stay together, that's up to each one of them because we are also given choice. Okay? Any questions about that? Thanks for keeping him in your prayers. Yeah, it was scary, but hey, I yell. He listens. Don't you leave me. It was scary. Okay? But he's doing great. You know, so it's sad. We're going to be together for many years. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But the whole thing is there's a different combination. Now, can you be with a spouse that you love, but it's not this major soulmate? Well, yeah, it is because we still have other levels of soulmates. We have a few major soulmates, but we're always not given them. They're not always given to us in every single lifetime. I'm sure John's had many lives without me, and I've had many lives without him because that's the way it was supposed to be. Okay, he's a smart man. Yeah, he is. All right, I'm trying to pick a date. Will come back on with me. All right, now past life regressions I can do remotely, and I can also do in my office. My office is open, but by appointment only. Okay, so you can always private message me if you like to schedule. Do we have any other questions tonight before we do the card pull? My dog is my soulmate. Oh, yeah. You know what? And dogs come back. They do. Your dog can come back. Your dog comes back as a previous dog. Never forget that when somebody passes, that soul is still that soul. It just breaks off and moves forward into the next life. So like my little Nikki Hilton, who I lost. My little Nikki Hilton is here. Still miss her and love her. But my little Agnes has a lot of Nikki in her. And she's not even related. Okay. This is Brune. I think I met one of my soulmates, but he is married and we couldn't be together. Worst pain ever. Well, yeah, it is. Now, that doesn't mean maybe later on in your life it might not get to a different level due to things happening in life. But also, excuse me, I don't want to talk like this. Hold on. I'm sorry. Lesson learned. Wait for your soulmate. He got married. He didn't wait. He might not realize it, but that's what a soul, because I'm sure soulmates, he misses you just as much. Okay? I'm glad. Also, Beth says she's great listening every week. I really enjoy these, and I'm here to help you. I honestly am here to help you, and I love doing these lives. I really do, and it's a big part of our life here with John and I. So we're getting ready. So I'm going to call out the names and remember, please, hello to everyone that's here. I'm so happy you're joining me. And I have a few people I want to thank. Jennifer Sanchez and Deb Pranzanto. Last night, sometimes after the lives, I've had a long day and I don't go back and read the comments. I'll wait for another day. But they Facebook messaged me, Judy, there's somebody hacking you. And there was a couple hackers. And if you get comments on here, they can't see your stuff or anything. They can't. They're just coming onto my live. And a lot of times they're people from third world countries. In fact, almost all of them third world countries. And they try to get you to buy their spells and their love readings and stuff like that. And I get mad at them because you know what? And I think of this, they're preying on people. Everyone here knows that I'm honest. And I don't look for clients. I mean, I'll give you information on how to contact me. But I don't look for clients. Now, why don't I try to get clients? Because they come to me because they've heard good reviews. Okay? Unfortunately, these people need clients, and that's why they do it. So I usually private message them. Can't be any good. All right. Anyway, or very gifted, I say. Okay. Jason Zahra, if you're still on here, you have about 2 minutes to send me a question. It can be, you can just put general, or you can put career, you can put love. You can just do something like that. Bonnie Arsner, Shiptofiski, and Ron Demetz. If you three are still on here, send me a question. I'm going to pull 3 cards for all of you. Okay. Let's see. Thanks, Carmen. Let's see. So remember, it's Jason Zahra, Bonnie Arsner, Shiptovsky, and Ron Demetz. And let's see. And I'll write down your questions, and then I'll pull the cards for you. Let's see. I don't see many coming up. Is that, oh, Jason, general question, please. Certainly. Okay. All right. And I'm going to try to get all the questions now so I don't get it. So, Bonnie, are you still on here? If you're not on here, we're going to skip you. And Rhonda, oh, there you are. Is my mom happy with my choices? Okay. Let's see. Now, I'm not doing that. Just so everybody knows, I'm not using my psychic medium. I'm using the cards. But I can still do it this way. I'm happy with her choices. Okay. And I need, oh, Bonnie, you're still here? Okay. Okay. I'll give you a minute. Bonnie, it's okay. You know, I don't know if I told you this or not. Probably about a month and a half ago, somebody won the 3-card reading, and I kept calling their name and calling their name and calling their name. They didn't respond. So I think I gave a general one for everybody, or I picked somebody else. I forget how it worked or what have you. But I got a private message afterwards, and I'm not going to say any names because, you know, your privacy is your privacy. And this woman contacted me on Messenger. She goes, Judy, I'm so sorry that I couldn't give you a question. She goes, she lost her wife, and she said that I couldn't get any words out. I just couldn't. I was happy you called my name. I just couldn't. And I understand that we've all been there where sadness freezes us. So I messaged her. I said, how about if I give you a call? And I did, and she was fine. Okay, so that was really nice. So sometimes when the people don't respond, there's a reason. Okay, let's see. Bonnie, you got to give me a question, honey. Just, you can either say general, love, or career. Okay, let me get my cards. Where the heck did, oh, there they are. Hold on. I didn't get them out. At least I got them on the table. It's been one of those days. So I know around where we are. Okay, general, about moving towards. Okay, so Bonnie's like a future, just a future thing. I'll do it that way, Bonnie. Okay. I know we're supposed to be getting some snow. I don't know how much because we know we're so fed up with the news. We don't watch it anymore. It's just so much. It's depressing. There's enough depressing things in life or upsetting. So I'm gonna have to guess. Look at the app on my phone. Ooh, okay. All right, hold on. All right, I'm gonna be quiet. Jason, this is the first one's for you, honey. Okay. I have to be quiet. And Jason wants general. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Jason. All right, Jason, you know, I'm honest about your cards. All right, things were going pretty good. Everything was pretty comfy, doable, and things like that. And you were holding on to it really, really good, and everything was strong. Things aren't going to, you've got some things coming your way that's going to be some hurdles, okay? So general with you is they're coming at you. What do I mean by coming at you? It could be if you're working, they might like change your hours or bring this down or something like that. If it's love life, you might not be getting along for someone because I'm doing general in future. So what's going to happen is all this stuff is survivable. It would be like, say, you have to go through a parking lot that it has those speed bumps constantly. Just get over the speed bumps because what you're dealing with in your life really has a strong foundation. And that strong foundation will get you through. Just have faith. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to go to Rhonda. And she wants to know about how her mom, who's deceased, how her mom feels about the choices she's made. Well, okay. Here we go. All righty. Well, she said you were very fair. So it's very fair. I shouldn't say she should because I'm doing cards. And you know what? It was a lot of confusion. There was a lot to do, she's saying. And you did fine. You did fine. You went through it trying to be very, how can I say, fair and trying to do everything exactly. But it got to be too much. And she understands that. And that's what she's saying. You didn't do anything wrong. It just was too much on you. Okay? All right. Then we have Bonnie. And Bonnie wants about the future. Okay, Bonnie. Ooh. And now I'm going to pull one more. Okay. Bonnie, and this was about moving forward. So it really, everything is showing that you should move forward. And actually, you actually got the Six of Forwards, which is like moving and going forward. And then you're going to have it. You're going to be fine. It says right here, don't look at the bad stuff about moving forward. You know, when we're moving forward, we're letting some things go and we're releasing our hold on them. And we're also going out there on the limb. So sometimes it's easier not to move forward. But moving forward with you is very good because it says that you're really thinking about it. Do it, you know, you've got to make this move, what it's saying. Move forward, but be smart about it. But they're not showing me any fear of you not being, so you'll be fine. But sometimes moving forward, as I said, you gotta let go of that branch and take a little bit of jump, but you'll be fine. Okay? Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I loved having you, and I love doing your readings. I love to explain anything about different subject matters. Remember that if you have a metaphysical question, nothing personal, but if personal stuff, you have to get a reading, okay? Unless it's little card pulls like this. But if it's a general question about a metaphysical subject, I try to pick what will work at that time. And you can always private message me or email me a question on metaphysical things so I can explain it to you. Because when you're doing a reading, let's not take the time for that. Let me do it here. Okay? All right. Thank you. I'll see you again next week. And you take care and stay warm as much as you can this time of the year. Okay. Bye for now.
Good night, everybody.